By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Detroit Lions. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
For 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 26.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Detroit.
Now Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Titans' 41-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now it's Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Lions.
On first down at Stafford. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Number 22.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
23-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second and 5 now. Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Ready. 250. Watch the slide.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 4.
Ball carrier. The tackle made by Jayon Brown. The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Still 15 yards to go. Second down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
The ball carrier.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Detroit.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
At the 19-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Titans 7, Lions nothing.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit.
T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown.
T.J. Hawkinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Yeah, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Tannehill now running the option to the right side. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Titans 14, Lions 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Lions take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
From the 30 on second down, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Gun, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to the air, Stafford on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He was covered by
even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stafford now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
A gain of 20.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Stafford. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Lions.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Operating from the gun. Stafford throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
He was brought down at the
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, and they go with Swift again. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Adoree Jackson on the
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's go one more.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's third down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 24. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
17 got it. Check him out. He's going to sit right on that. Easy.
From the gun, Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And the Lions first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing is Stafford. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Galladay's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown.
Complete.
Kenny Galladay. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions to a 1-score game.
Kick is good.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Titans 21. Lions.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. First down. It's Henry. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage. Work on that clock. See if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football. Gain some yardage and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a gain of a yard.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Tracy Walker on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Jaron Kearse in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll give Henry another shot. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. McCann's kick up and good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And he'll find Hall. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focus Stafford now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Tennessee, they're not